to Mountain America Stadium in Tempe. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. It's the SMU Mustangs and the Arizona State Sun Devils. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
I caught up with the SMU head coach before the game. He told me they understand every ranked matchup becomes a measuring stick when you're carrying a top 10 ranking. They got off to a strong start last week, 1-0 on the season, but that doesn't matter. He said, we will be good if we execute each and every game. He keeps talking to the players in the locker room about the sky is the limit for this team, but it will take one game at a time, and he thinks this is the team that can do it. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Here's Lewis. Wide open downfield. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. Here's Lewis to throw. Gets it to the back. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
See some running room. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Lewis from the gun on third down. He's got it. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few.
Well, on that third down play, they're just trying to get it to him quickly to see if he can do something with it after they catch. But this is a defense that takes pride in their ability to tackle in the open field.
Oh, the fake. The up man looking for room. They get him on the ground, but not before he keeps his opening drive alive with a fourth down conversion.
I love it. How about the onions of the coach? First drive coming out, set the tone. They get stopped on third down. Now you bring on the punt unit. No. I was ready. I had a fake, pulled the trigger, and got it.
Trying to establish the run. Pushes ahead for one. It's 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Keeps it moving. It's Green. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. He works his way to the 35-yard line, but that's not enough to move the chains, and now a decision to be made on 4th down.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last 4th down.
Lewis to throw for it on 4th. Finds him out of the backfield. Excellent discipline by this defense. They keep everything in front of him, and they make the big 4th down stop.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
Quick give. It's Jackson. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sellers. Finds his man. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Scoreless as we head into the 2nd quarter. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Sellers. Caught. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Again, it's Sellers. Rolls right. Lets it fly. And his throw is incomplete. And the Sun Devils will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. SMU's offense headed out onto the field to start this drive. Running inside, it's Green. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Throwing, Lewis. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Trying to get through the noise, it's Lewis. He can't make the catch, had it right in his hands, and it'll be fourth down.
Not all drops are equal, and those are frustrating, man. Those are the ones where you're going to move the sticks. Nice job seeing the middle of the field come open. The first down marker's right there, and that's a big, costly drop for this offense.
The Mustangs decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Looks it in at the 40. He'll be brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what that one's about. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. So just a lack of discipline, and on fourth down, too, just hands this offense a 1st and 10. Uh-oh, look out. It's a fumble. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The Sun Devils in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Straight ahead, it's Jackson. Couldn't really get started there. Pick up of 1 to the 35.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Just ran him over. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14.
3rd down and inches. Everyone in the stadium knows they're going to be physical and they're going to run the football, but they still executed a good level. Not only picking up the 1st down, chewing up more yardage to make this drive even easier.
And the Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Changing the routes with his receiver. Here's Sellers to throw. Buying time to his right. Ball is loose. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. They've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Handoff for Brown. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Sellers lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. He'll start the return inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing, Sellers. Rushes on. Hard running there. At the 35, he's open. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Got out of trouble and throws. Right side, it's Harris. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trusting your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Long way to go on 2nd down. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Sellers. Trying to get behind the defense. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Mustangs call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They kick it away on 4th down. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Lewis. Out wide left, it's Green. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Play action with Lewis. Looking long. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Going for it all. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On the direct snap, it's Robertson. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. Let's start with Texas, taking on the number 16, the Ole Miss Rebels.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive.
And it's the Longhorns, eyeing a second win after the opening week loss. They're on top here in the first half.
The Sun Devils offense makes its way onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and to get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. They give it to him again. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Offense set on first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Ran through the contact. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
What a run by their tailback, and simply one of the best in the entire country. And his ability to make people miss is the reason why, guys. That's one thing that's just not coachable. You have it or you don't. That was something they identified in him when they were recruiting him to come play in this offense, and now it's come to fruition. Defenses have such a hard time bringing him down. This defense is going to have to do a better job gang tackling as this game goes on.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Brown again. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
Out wide right, it's Brown. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Got his man. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Just feeds the running back. He's dropped.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Wide receiver going in motion. Sellers from the gun on third down. Still looking. And down he goes. The defense making a huge play, but there are penalty markers out. Let's sort it out. Free yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Finding space. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Here's Sellers to throw. Escapes the pressure to his right. Going to try to get it himself. Quarterback's got the first. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
Great decision by the quarterback, and there's a danger on defense. When you play man coverage against this guy, when you've got DBs and their backs are turned to the QB, if you're not careful, he'll just tuck it and run and take off. And by the time all those DBs and defenders had turned around, it was way too late. He was gone.
Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the fantastic 25-yard touchdown run. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The run inside. It's Green. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. to the back.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Hits inside, it's Green. Breaks into the open. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. It's hard to think of a worse time for a penalty like that than at this stage of the game. It's third and long. Mustangs call a timeout. It'll be their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. On the gun on third down, Lewis. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls into play.
And the Mustangs will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarmed him under for no gain. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Throwing Sellers. They're all over him. Buried before he could blink.
This has been a bit of the story of this game so far, is this quarterback's running ability and whether or not the defense can stop them. They got the play there. They were able to get a sack, rally to him, and get one of the faster quarterbacks you'll see in college football down on the ground. This guy already has over 40 rushing yards in this game, so he has had some success, but I think a big key now moving forward is how does this defense stop him?
Motion from the wide receiver. Sellers from the gun on third down. Looking deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The Sun Devils will punt it away on fourth down.
Man, that is such great third down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that first down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
The Mustangs offense is ready to go on the attack. They take over, holding this slim lead, and a drive right here sure would be nice. Gets the back moving. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Here's Lewis to throw. Oh, it's a fumble. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Now, if they can get a stop on this 3rd and 10, expect an immediate timeout. From the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? He was thinking touchdown all the way, but he got it down to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Arizona State offense onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle, but they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Sellers. Look out. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Motion from the wideout. SMU spends his 2nd timeout here. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. Now the Mustangs will use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Surge on top here in the final minute.
Big-time kick late in the 4th quarter to take the lead. Now, not much time left. Defense has to be ready on the sideline, ready for the 2-minute drill, knowing exactly what you're doing to get one more stop.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Throwing, Lewis. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Lewis wants to pass. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
3rd down from the gun, Lewis. No choice but to get rid of it, and it'll be 4th down.
And Now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Fourth down, Lewis throws to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Defense ends this game in style, coming up with a turnover, and now they can just leave it out. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And they'll take a knee. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late.